Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with installment number 5 of our Spellbinders week. And this is a separate card kit. It is not part of their normal subscription. So this is a one-off purchase. This is called Santa and Friends. This is great. If you're looking for some quick cards that are absolutely adorable, this is it. So let's look at the contents. So in it, you will get a tape runner that, of course, I felt the need to throw. It is a permanent type tape, and there is 49 feet in that tape. It's nice and strong. It's a solid line. It's not dotted, but it does adhere very well. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure to get that to come apart, even though it looks like it doesn't, but it's really nice and strong. So that will come in your kit. You will get 10 cards and 10 envelopes in this kit so that you can create your cards. There is just a solid piece of cardstock there. I pushed that off to the side. And you get lots of die cuts. Now, for those of you, you know I love those die cuts. You get a sheet of double-sided foam squares. You get some Fun Stamper Journeys silver gems or pearls. And then, of course, your inspiration card. Now, you get lots of pieces of ephemera. This is the kit. And I think it is great. Now, what's great, what I thought was awesome as well, is so there was a kit in October. Yes, that was called Dancing Santa, where the die and the bottom would shake. The legs would move back and forth. Well, you can do that with this kit, and you can do it with elves, you can do it with reindeer, and you can do it with Santa. So you have many options here when it comes to this kit. So I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can create 10 cards, because we are going to create 10 cards with this kit. The ephemera pack has sentiments. So everything you need to create your cards is literally in this kit. Now, of course, I pull in my liquid glue because that's what I do. But you can use your tape runner to put your stars down on your pieces. Of course, the silver enamel dots already have adhesive on it, and of course you have your double-sided foam squares. So everything is there. And again, you put your legs down first. You put a foam square in the center there. You want to make sure that when you're putting your foam squares on your other piece, that you're not doing that near the legs, because you want the legs to be able to swing. So you want to keep your foam squares up high so that he can wiggle and jiggle. It's fun. Fun, fun, fun. And again, just adding some silver gems or stars. I have those actually spread out on that piece of teal cardstock. That was card number 2. I'm just going to roll through. I don't have any breaks in this. I literally... it took me, it was about 30 minutes for me to go through the cards, and it was a lot of fun. And again, I used, I think, all of the die cuts except for like maybe 10. I mean, it was amazing with what I was able to put together with this. Now, what I'm also going to show you is, of course, I'm making the dancing reindeer and elf and Santa, but I'm also going to show you other ways to create your cards, because maybe not everyone's going to have someone that's dancing. So what I did for this one was I looked at the 3 bubble sentiments, and I figured this would create or allow us to create a great background. So, and I'm working on all of these cards. I am working directly onto the standard A2 size card base. And again, that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And these are side folding card bases. So just by using the 3 sentiments and the stars, again, I've just created a background that has sentiments and are perfect for the holidays. So I'm just going to add the finishing touches with my stars. And there you go. Very cute, simple card there. So here I'm going to make a landscape one. I'm going to put my sentiment down, but I'm going to put it down onto the side. And I'm still going to create that dancing reindeer. And he's just going to sit alongside of the sentiment Merry Christmas. Again, using only a few of the double-sided foam squares to make sure that he is, or she, is set up there. I'll add some of the silver enamel dots as small embellishments. And I'm going to put those together in sets of 3. All right, another landscape. We're going to do the same thing with the Santa. So again, you have the option to make multiples. So what I'm doing here is I was able to make one in portrait and I believe one of each in a landscape when it comes to this. Yes, there was a method to my madness when it came to creating these cards. But what's cute is since the legs move, we don't have to worry about grounding. We don't have to worry about, doing that. Could you? Absolutely. Just by grabbing a white piece of cardstock and putting a little bit of blue on top of it, making it look like a snow hill. I mean, you can definitely do that. So again, look at what you have, but look at how different it could be. For this here, and you can see the tape is really strong because I almost wiped out his arm. Just saying. I'm going to have the elf coming off of the corner of the card. I'm going to prop up the sentiment, and then I also have a bubble sentiment coming from the little elf there. So I'm going to put the Merry Christmas towards the upper left. And then I'm going to have the bubble coming from the little elf, and I will trim the rest of him away. And again, he's just coming out of the corner. Hello. And again, we're going to add some of these stars as embellishments. So for this one, we're going to fill this one up. Now, there's also die cuts where the legs are attached. So you don't have to make them wiggle or anything else. Yes, I'm using the double-sided foam squares because, again, whenever I work with a kit, I always want to stick with the kit as much as I can. Just to show that you don't need to have the outside. Usually what I'm pulling in are my inks. At least I try. So I always do try to stay with the contents. And that's what I'm doing here. I want to stick with the contents of the kit to show its versatility. To show you all the different cards that you can make when it comes to this one kit. So you can see I'm going to have the elf and the reindeer and then the Santa coming through. I'm going to add one of the speech bubbles. Add some of the silver enamel dots. And then I'm going to trim. And that's a nice full card. I don't even know what number I'm at. So this one, I created a basically a pattern paper for this one as well. pulling in each of, and the ones that I'm using are the toppers to the legs. So you could even make more. I think you can make 3 of each. 3 of the elves, 3 of the reindeer, and 3 of the Santas where they're wiggling. But these, I just used the tops. They're each gonna have their own speech bubble. And they're gonna be propped up near them. Although, obviously, I'm making a change here. Oh, that's right, yeah. And then we're gonna set this one in that white space by the elf. We're going to add some embellishments, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut around the edge. And then it looks like they're all coming around. So for the next one, now again, we focused in on the pieces that were in the kit. Now, what I'm actually going to do here is simply pull in a black marker. It's all I'm going to do is just pull in a black marker. So it could be a fine liner. I do like a fine point when it comes to a black marker. And all I'm doing is creating some squiggles. I'm doodling. I love to doodle. So I'm just creating some loops and squiggles, and I don't know what else to call them. Just loop-de-loops. Not caring which way they go or what they're doing. I'm now going to put the sentiment in place, and I'm going to just cover the top of each of those squiggles. Let's call them squiggles. Squiggles because the Santa, the reindeer, and the elves are wiggling. See? They're squiggles. Now I'm just going to add some glue dots. And I'm going to add these stars to these squiggles. So again, with just a simple black pen, or marker, whatever you want to call it, and just using these stars, you're creating garland or strings or, lights. But you can create an image with simple embellishments and just by drawing on it. And that's a card as well that you could create. These are the products that I have left from the kit. I have 3 sentiments and 3 legs and 5 stars. I really had a good time with this kit. I love the colors in it. The characters are just absolutely cute. I love the fact that it's the Santa from the Dancing Santa die cut. So if you didn't know, if you fell in love with that image, but weren't quite sure what you would get out of the die, here's another way to get that adorable image. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is the Santa and Friends kit. This is not part of the subscription. This is a standalone kit and can be purchased individually. And again, all of the links will be down below in the video description. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe, be part of my group here. Make sure you ring the bell so that you always know when the next video is live as well. Enjoy your day. Smile. It really helps. Continue to stay safe and healthy as we continue through our journey together when it comes to this. Always remember, though, what's most important to me. Do it just a little bit each day. Always. Be creative. And until next time, guys, take care.